Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin, because right now we have some interesting developments here in the short term. Right now, what we're looking at is an ascending channel pattern that Bitcoin is currently in. So yes, that is basically just trending up over time, although at the same time on this 1 hour time frame we are also seeing a rising wedge pattern, which is a bearish bias pattern, so it is more likely to break down to the downside. So in the case that we start breaking down below this ascending trend line, currently sitting at about 105k, of course I am talking about confirmed candle closes, well, that would set up a price target of about 102,000. Now yes, do keep in mind that there is this ascending line of support, so in the case that you really see the price reach this level here, then make sure to pay attention to that level of support, potentially set a stop loss or something a little bit up in the case that you get a big bounce from that level of support. Of course, that is not financial advice, but I'm simply telling you what I'm seeing in the charts, and you can do with that information what you like. Besides that, we are also seeing a bearish divergence on the 1 hour time frame. So we're seeing higher highs in the Bitcoin price and lower highs in the RSI momentum indicator. Typically, this points towards a break from all of this bullish price action that we have been seeing here recently, either in the form of some choppy sideways price action or potentially some bearish momentum in the short term. Now let's take a look at the 2 hour time frame for Bitcoin. You can see that right here we hit our price target of 106,000, although this target was only shared inside my signals group, which you can join completely for free by joining the Road to 1 Million community on Discord, which you can find the link to in the video description. Once you're in here and verified, you simply go to this Trading Signals Access channel, and you follow these 3 steps right here to get access to the trading signals completely for free. But regardless, price target hit here, and then from there we saw a bit of a move to the downside so far. Now zooming out to the 4 hour time frame for Bitcoin, notice how here we also have this ascending channel pattern, so that is basically all the same there. And yes, of course, if we break out of the top of this, I mean, that would be extremely bullish, but theoretically it is possible. Although until then, guys, understand that we are in a range, which means that we can go to the top of the range and we can go to the bottom of the range as well. And this should not be surprising to us if we actually end up reaching the bottom of the range here once again. In fact, if we actually take a look at this falling wedge pattern on the 4 hour time frame, notice how that would just look like breakout, retest, and then possible resumption from there. Now, this is not a call or prediction that I'm making here. I'm just saying if you were to see this, it could look like a possible breakout, retest, resumption of this much larger falling wedge pattern, which currently, as of the time of recording, is targeting $114,000 in the Bitcoin price. Now, invalidation for this pattern is if we get 4 hour candle closes below the point of the breakout, which is sitting at about 103,000. Now, zooming out to the 1 day time frame, here you can see another falling wedge pattern for Bitcoin, which of course has already broken out to the upside. And this is also targeting 114k. So this is going to be a very important level for Bitcoin to reach, because I think a lot of people are looking at this 114k level right now. So with everyone looking at this 114k price target, my expectation is that people are going to be taking profits a little bit below that level, and therefore I am expecting some resistance, well, maybe even the first big resistance that we would need to break after breaking the all-time high. Either way, for now, that's not really relevant because we haven't broken the all-time high yet, but just something to take note of here. So that is my outlook on the different time frames right now. I think especially this 1 hour time frame, technically still bullish here, although potentially about to break down from this falling wedge, and then we should expect a little bit of downside in the short term. Next, let's take a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map. First of all, on this 3 day time frame, notice how we just took out a massive pocket of liquidity, sitting at about 106.6k, and currently it looks like we're turning around to potentially grab this 104.4k level of liquidity. There is even liquidity as low as about 103k, and even 101,000. So do understand that there's quite a bit of liquidity to the downside here. Now, zooming out a bit to the 1 week time frame, this is painting a slightly different picture here, because on this higher time frame, most of the liquidity is in fact to the upside. So this 1 week time frame is looking less clear in terms of what the direction and momentum in the short term is going to be. What I personally take away from it is that currently we are still in this uptrend. So theoretically, we are just trending up towards this 107K level. But at the same time, if we break down here, then we could be coming down to grab all of this liquidity here, because this would also line up with the bottom of the range. Again, that is of course not financial advice. Lastly, let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables for today. Yesterday, we saw a net inflow of close to $100 million into the Bitcoin ETFs. So yes, a nice inflow here on Wednesday, but at the same time, guys, this is a lot less than what we have been seeing here recently, because, for example, January 17th, we saw over $8 billion flowing into the Bitcoin ETFs in a single day of trading. For now, I'm not really seeing anything too interesting here, but of course, tomorrow I will check back in with this and report the new data to you guys. One last thing, guys, if you want to get access to my real-time analysis, make sure to join the Road to 1 Million community on Discord. You can find the link to it in the video description. And once you are in the Discord server and verified, you go to this Trading Signals Access channel right here, and you follow these 3 steps in order to get access to my trading signals completely for free. But regardless, if you do end up joining or not, thank you for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.